So here we are on court now with the new beast, the Speed Pro Legend. This one is with the Lynx Tour at 52. And as you'll see when I turn around, for the fella that loves my outfit, I've got all head on, including my socks. Look how high these things are. Are they ridiculous or what? Let me know. Do you like high socks? I was always an ankle sock wearer, but I notice most tennis players wear higher socks. But I think these are taking the piss a little bit. Oh! These head shorts are pretty good too. Sorry. Speed Pro Legend. An absolute ripper of a racket, and it looks unreal. So what I've ultimately found is my love for this racket is what I always loved about it. It's just so versatile. You know, you've got the comfort from the 100 square 23mm beam and that bit of power from it, but you've got the control with the 18x20 pattern and the feel. So a common thing said about this racket is that it does everything good but nothing great, but I beg to differ. I think it does everything great. I can get plenty of spin with this racket. I can hit the ball flat. It's comfortable on everything. I got plenty of power, and it doesn't feel big. You know, if you compare this to, say, the Gravity Pro, which I did like on the ball, it feels great on contact, but through the air, especially as I'm swinging from my forehand, you know, it wasn't even a one-handed backhand thing, it was swinging my forehand. I felt like I had this massive beast of a racket in my hand, and I just didn't like the feel of that take back. You know, so this at 100 square, that's a great feed, top notch. This doesn't feel so big. Some people have just been reading. Sorry. Oh yeah, pick up. Some people I've just been reading don't like the oval shape. I've never really looked at it like that, narrow oval shape. I don't really get that when I look at it. It doesn't look narrow to me at all. After using 98s and 95s, I don't see how this is narrow. But each to their own. That's how you feel, that's how you feel. It's not just one person that said it, it's a couple. So, you know, it's something that other people feel and see, and that's fine. I personally find it outstanding. And I hit the ball better with this racket, ultimately. I think it's that blend of the familiarity that I've always used these rackets, and the comfort that I was missing after using the 98s. You don't get that. Well, I don't get it. Off-center hits with this racket are so much nicer than the extremes that I'd been using. Nicer than the Prestige, and the Prestige is a beautiful feeling. It's a small sweet spot. Off-center hits are quite punishing, whereas with this off-center hits, I'm getting a better result and a better feeling on my arm as well. So yeah, everything about this is just great in my mind. So the Gravity 2 and 98 I thought was going to pose a threat after hitting with that prototype last week. But ultimately it's not going to have the comfort that this does. So I'm not going to entertain the idea of buying that next year when it comes out, but I'm sure I will get a demo with tighter strings so I can give it a bit more of a feel. As I said in that video, the strings felt, I shot 40 pounds, which I shouldn't complain about because it felt great. I wonder if I played actual matches, would I start getting a bit erratic with it? The Extreme Tour and Extreme Pro, I really liked. A little unforgiving on off-center hits compared to this. Wasn't doing my arm any favors. Like I said, when I went back to this racket, the arm pain, the golfer's elbow just dissipated. I've been far more consistent with this racket, and the Extreme Tour was lighter, a fair bit lighter, and I didn't like it with weight. So because of that lightness, I was swinging like a maniac because I could. Whereas this, I don't have any trouble swinging it, but I don't swing like a maniac because it's just got a perfect weight for me. Tons of power with far less effort. Perfect. So yeah, when I play, my feet move a lot more than when I'm hitting here with my mate and talking about a racket. Surprisingly, I do have reasonably good footwork, although I probably look lazy as hell right now. What I found is on flick backhands on the run, especially. So I was wondering why with the Extremes I was having to put more effort into it and a bit more erratic with it. You know, remembering back to when I was playing years ago, thinking I used to make this shot all the time. But going back to this racket now, I'm making them nice and easy again, and it's the lower trajectory with a bit of extra weight, so I don't have to try so hard. And you just really get your strings to the ball and it just pumps back. So to Nick's comment about this being a power racket, I can kind of agree in that sense because of the weight of it. Sorry. And then when you do put some into it, it's an absolute rocket launcher, but it's so controlled. He said it was not controlled for him, and that's how he felt. That's fine. But I find so much control and get plenty of spin when I want to. And on the one-hander, you know, this 338 grams as it stands with a overgrip, dampener and links tour, and I don't find this heavy at all. Some people think it's a heavy racket, some don't. I'm certainly one of those that don't think it's heavy. My Prestige Tour was 350 static, and you felt that a bit more. Again, that didn't really feel 350 either. It was really nice balance and quite whippy for what it was. So obviously the balance is a bit headlight and whatnot. So there's so much into rackets that can send you crazy, as I've found this year. I've never had this problem before, I tell you that, but the last time I was playing, social media wasn't so prevalent, especially in my life. Back to the Extremes. They really do feel nice. Off-center shots were a little bit jarring, was my only complaint. Really, once I got the Extreme Pro, I can't recall really thinking that much of the Extreme Tour being jarring on off-center hits. I'm not sure why that is, because I kind of felt the new Extreme Pro was a little more stable with that bit extra weight in the head, and a little stiffer, it's a bit more plow, well, a bit more plow through on the Extreme Pro, I thought, but that was only when you hit it in the middle. When you don't hit it in the middle, it felt less stable. Oh, shot. Oh! So, what do you think of the outfit? What's not to like about it? All black, bit of white, fluoro shoes, all head. You know, next time I'll bring the hat as well. You know, you can really get stuck into me. So with this racket, will I try to customize anything? Absolutely not. I don't know about customization unless you're a really high level. I know everyone has their own opinion on that, and that's fine, but man, this racket is super stable, and at the net as well, super stable. I don't feel the need to customize it. I don't want it any heavier, and I don't want the balance any different. It's perfect in my eyes. Some people say I'm very easily pleased with different things, food being one of them. I put anything in my mouth and I like it. Kind of with rackets, I suppose. I've been pretty happy with a lot of rackets. Just really deciding which one is better to actually play matches with. You know, I can hit with any of them and they feel all right. But yeah, I don't feel the need to customize this at all. They just all go in. 310 grams unstrung. 18 by 20 string pattern, 23mm constant beam. Not sure what the balance is, I don't even care. Whatever it is, it's great. In saying that, when I grab the other one and put the same string in it, I'll see how the static weight is. At the moment, they are identical, but but Lynx Tour, pretty sure I'm pretty sure Lynx Tour in when I'd put them in the Extreme Pros, and both those rackets were the same weight without strings, and when I put one with standard Lynx and the other with Lynx Tour, the Lynx Tour was 2 grams heavier, unless I'm confused, which is a common thing. I will see once these rackets have the same string in them, if they're weighted the same static, and if they don't feel much the same while I'm playing with them through the air and on the ball or whatever, I'll look at purchasing, I think it's a graffiti swing weight gizmo from the States. Speaking to Matt on the DMs about that. It's quite a good price, so it's like, I mean, it's in the 500s to get it shipped here, but that's compared to like 3 grand for other machines that you can get here, which I'm not paying. Unless I can find someone around my area that's got a swing weight machine and balance, and they can make sure both my rackets are identical, because I'd like them to be. So, in saying that, I retract my statement about not caring about the balance, because I do want them to be the same. This is where I'm comfortable at. With this racket right here on my one-hander, I find the perfect mixture between a good weight, a good size sweet spot, nice clean contact, and plenty of spin when I want it, and the trajectory that I like, because I do go a bit harder and flatter at times. I don't want any erratic launches, so. Sorry. Find this is just great for keeping balls down. And I'm serving way better with this racket too, I must say. I'm getting a far high percentage first serves in since using this, and that's a big plus, a very big plus. I have no problem getting heaps of spin, whether it's slice or kick. The Extreme Tours I did find gave me great kickers, really good on that second serve and the slice serve. Jeez, I'm tired. But this is that much more effortless and gives me, I'd argue, the same kind of spin, just maybe doesn't feel as good. It's just because it's that much more of a clean impact. I don't know, thinking too much about it. I reckon it just, I love how it feels, I love how it plays. Let's leave it at that. But yeah, have you tried this racket, and do you hate it? Do you like it? Do you use it? It's, to me, the best racket out there. Highly subjective argument, that one. The best racket for me, I'd say. Oh, volley. So do you have a one-handed backhand and you're not sure if this racket suits, which is a common comment that I see. My opinion, as you would be aware, is that it absolutely does suit one-handed backhand. It doesn't feel like a big racket, you know, and it's not as heavy as it sounds. So yeah, if you're wanting to try this with a one-handed backhand, absolutely go for it. It is really nice, and you know, again, some people find this racket a bit demanding to play with. I don't really see that at all, but everyone's different. Some guys play with the Prestige and find that easy, even at a really lower level, and yeah, and that's, you know, again, that's subjective. If you find it easy for whatever reason, however you play, then that's fine. Oh, sorry. Oh. Oh, sorry. Oh. Oh, man, it's just so nice. Oh, just the stab backhands just don't miss. Oof. You just keep it so low, so easy. Oh. Beautiful.